Alright, I'm going to do this TruHart install on the driver's side now. I'm going to take the wheel off. Of course, you jack the car up. And if you have jack stands, that's going to be a must. You can see the difference from the stock size. I sized this one for the Camber. I'm going to try to see what that does. I'm going to let the alignment shop do the actual alignment and let them adjust these again when they're in. It's pretty easy. I got these TruHart Adjustable Camber kit, upper, not toe, upper, for the Camber. You know. I did also buy these, the Ibach bushings, but I didn't want to mess with the bushing press. It just sounded too complicated to me. I saw in the videos everybody's doing that. It's a cheap fix, $100, but I spent $200 on this. And with this adjustment I have so far, you can see it's lined up. I'm going to get that much adjustment for now, but I am going to let the alignment shop do it. I'm just going to get it a little bit so I can take it. But like I said, I bought these. I'm going to send these back. These were $100. These were $212 on eBay. On Amazon, they're $202, so take your pick. I thought these were coming earlier, a day earlier, but they didn't, so I went to fucking eBay to buy them. They're supposed to come 2 days earlier, but they didn't. They came on a Friday instead of a Wednesday. Oh well, no biggie. I got them. I'm going to send these things back. Here's the part number. This is for Dodge Challenger, if anybody wants to know the part number for these. I think it's 2008 and up. I just felt like it wasn't going to give me enough with 22-inch wheels. With these bad boys. And I got bags, so I'm going to jump on this in a second. I feel like with this, I'll get more of adjustment than with these Ibach bushings. This is the Camber kit, cheap way, and here's a better way, and a better look. And I'm going to show you a little trick so you don't have to drop the cradle in order to get this bolt right here out. People have the problem with this one, with dropping the cradle. That's why I'm glad I'm not doing this. I'm doing this one for the Camber. This is the upper rear. I'm going to remove the strut, 2 bolts, and one down here. I'm going to remove the bolt on this. I'm going to remove my bag. If you have, I do have air suspension, and that's the best thing for me because these are easy to pop out. If you have springs, I don't know how to do that. I mean, kind of the same thing, I'm sure, but you want to get that out because I don't know if you can see that. There's a lip right here. That bolt right there hits the back of this one that swings around all the way around that holds this cup. I get a crescent wrench and I bend it out so that that bolt will slide out. So I don't have to unbolt the cradle, the ass end, this whole piece, and drop it from the frame. You bend this with a crescent wrench. I'll show you. Cheap trick. Alright, I'm going to start by loosening this, and this one on the bottom down here to get this free. The bag, that is. First one I'm done. It's good to have a little breaker bar. It really helps. And if you have airbags, you want to let the air out of your bag to do this. If you have springs, you got to take it out. Or you got to drop your cradle. You don't have to do what I'm going to do by pulling all this stuff out. Dropping the cradle to me is more of a hassle. You got to unbolt all kinds of shit. Alright, got that one out. That's the first one. Now I'm going to remove the strut. 1 bolt, 2 bolt, 3 bolt. Even though the nut's off, There might be a little bit of pressure. I gotta get this out this way to free the strut. Easy, tedious task. Number 2 is out. Bottom of that. We're gonna go for the upper of the strut. The 2. These 2. Alright, get them crack free. You can do it with your hands. A couple inches. Got them both out. Now I'm gonna start loosening this one that I'm actually gonna replace. And that's the kicker right there. You need 2 wrenches, whatever you choose. Do the 18 on this side. A big ass washer and nut together. Let's see. Let's swing this out. And you can't put this inside the back one. You have to use the open hem one. It'll get stuck on the other link. And then screw this out. If you use a closed-in wrench, this can get stuck behind here and there. I did it on the other side, so I know. Don't make the same mistake as I did. Use a socket. I'm doing these 2 first, that one and this one down there, in order to get this down more so I can get this out, and especially the bag. And if you want to get your spring out or your bag or whatever you're trying to do, you're going to have to do this. Unless you want to drop the cradle. But you're going to have to do this out either way if you're going to replace these arms. There it is. Got this one out. And here's the bolt for that. That goes to here to there. I'm gonna put it in my handy dandy thing. Separate my tools. Alright, I'm gonna remove this. I'm gonna squeeze this down like this. I'm gonna need 2 hands, of course, but I think I'm gonna compress this down because there's a little pocket right here. I'm gonna bring this down, out, bring this out over this, lift this, and bring it out and down. If you can see that. I don't know. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna press this. Yeah. And then it's really fast. Okay, it didn't work. We're gonna do it again. Compress it, compress it, compress it, compress it. And then I'm gonna lift it. There we go, we got it out. Alright, you can see I got it out. Just compress it, push down. And then so you can get it out of that hole. This. Out of that hole, if you get it out of there, it comes down. And then to get it out of that little pocket that this one sits into, it's like down and then out and then down. Like a lightning bolt, basically. Exactly like a lightning bolt. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so you can see my bag sagging down a little bit up here, and that's what I want. So I can get behind here to remove that bolt and nut right there. And it hits this lip on the other side. I'll show you how to bend it with this. I'm gonna loosen this bolt right here, right there, in order to get my bag free. I think I'm gonna leave it connected so I don't mess with that, and just rest it on this like I did the other one yesterday on the passenger side. 14mm for universal bags. This is an airlift. I have the airlift system, but not the bags. These are universal. There's my washer for this. My bag at the bottom. If you have bags, make sure I'll say it again, make sure you air out on this one. And rock it free. And I don't know if you can see me, but I'm pushing down on this in order to free this. Let's do this. There we go. She's out. Okay, I got the bag out. This is what a universal bag looks like. These are fabricated to work on a Dodge Challenger. This is a 2012. That's what goes at the bottom of this, right there, and the big washer, and the nut at the bottom of that. And there. Okay, so I'm gonna show how this hits. I'm gonna loosen this one. This will hit right here. I'm gonna bend this in with this, like I did the other side, and it will allow this to slide out perfect for you. Instead of unbolting the cradle, which is this bolt right here, and this one right here, I don't want to drop the ass end of this whole axle. Just to get that one bolt, I'm gonna bend this just a little bit, just a tad, just a tidbit. Okay, it's turning in the back. I gotta get a wrench on this side now. And turn. Okay, I got it loose. So now I'm gonna bend. Probably from like right here, this lip, just like maybe 2 inches this way in. Just bend this just a little bit. The lip of it. This will allow you to pull that bolt out without pulling the cradle out. It's really the washer that hits. It's not the bolt. It's the washer that goes on it. Spin it around when you ain't got no more room to really get an edge on it. Open the lip up a little bit. Yeah. Edge on bitch. Alright. I think that'll be fine. Let's see. I'm just listening to this one. Might have to bend it again, I don't know, but we'll see. I did have to bend it in a little bit more. You can see how it's not so round, everywhere else is round. But it's bent right there. I think it'll clear it now. Let me see. We're gonna order a late. This is the hardest one. I feel like it's under tight. But it'll definitely clear it. The washer will. Because I bent it. See. This video is gonna be raw. I'm not gonna edit it. I'm just gonna help someone out. Look at it. Is it close? Okay, so maybe I need to bend it out again a little bit. So let me push it back in. Where's that fucking crazy? Okay, I'm gonna squeeze it in a little bit. And it was right here that I had a problem. bit more, okay. Nice and tight. Nice and tight. Let's try that. Almost. Open it up a little bit, and then come back down on it tight. I think that'll do it for sure. Pretty close, but not nice. Okay. Come on. Got it. There we go. There we go. Make sure you install it. The washer goes on this side of it. This side, not that side. And you can see where I bent it. See how much I bent it? You're going to have to do that if you move your spring or if you have bags and you want to do an easy install of the adjustable camber arms. I got the TruHart. Here's the stock one. Still good. I'm going to tighten it, but I'm not going to torque it. It's got to be torqued to 70 foot-pounds with a load on it. Or a made load, a weight load, whatever you want to put on there. As long as it's got a load, like if it had the factory arm still on. It was like stuck up here more. It was probably like, can't see it, but this is locked down and this is up. But it was probably like, sheesh, it was like right there. So you know what? I can do that. I can see it. Cool. I'm going to do it by hand instead of putting a load on it. I remember what it was. I marked where this should sit up in the air. The stock one went right here where I did the 2 finger marks. So it's going to go about right here, sitting here. About right there. That would be drive height. I'm going to leave it right here. It's still loose. I can move it up and down. It'll stay. But I'm going to put all the other components on and just get it on there and not torque it yet. I'm going to go right there with it. Where the old one was. Lined up with these 2 finger marks that I made. Or you can put a load on it by putting a jack stand under here, letting the car down. This will swing up to wherever you think the ride height would be. But I already know where the ride height's going to be. And you know what? I'm a liar. I'm not going to do that. I'm actually going to put a load on it just because I know it. It's easier that way. I'm going to loosen this, connect these, lower the car. I'll show you. I'm going to loosen this, and then I'm going to connect this and this and put a load on here by putting this under here and dropping the jack and letting this all come down and, you know, close the gap right here to where I think the ride height is. That's the way you're supposed to do it. Disregard the other. Alright, I'm putting the jack right here. I'm going to lower it real slow. Just real slow. Whoa, whoa. Okay, we're good. Just the bottom piece right here, the link, got cut up. But it's a lot easier to put this on now. So before it was spaced out. So it's better to do that. Put a load on it. I'm going to put the components back on. Got it connected. I'm going to put a load on it and then tighten these these nuts, this one and that one in there. I'm actually gonna put this one on first. Okay, so what I've been doing is putting the components back on basically, but not the bag, only because I gotta put a load on this, shrinking this up to about this drive height, this, and then torque the bolts down to 70 foot-pounds. This one and the one on the inside. Then I'll have to take the components back off so I can get the strut back in and this. But I'm not gonna take this one off, of course. This one's gonna be torqued down. But this one right here, I just have it on there. To me, this is ride height. I got the jack. I got this under it, putting pressure on it, so it's as if it has a load on there already. And now I'm gonna torque those down to 70 foot-pounds. Boom, and the one in there. Okay, they're torqued down. You get a torque wrench from Pep Boys. They're like 20 bucks. Old school ones. The one that where it goes like this. I already put it away, but just so you know, people worry about a torque wrench. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put my bag back. And another little tip, if you have airbags and you did it yourself, I learned how to do air suspension on the Challenger on myself, but I did learn that I didn't like the way the bag and the strut kit that came with airlift, it didn't get it as low in the back, I don't think, or in the front. The front didn't get as low. I have universal bags and my stock struts, you know what I mean? That's my bag. Universal Air, check them out. But if you do have universal airbags like this, or you get some, take out the stopper that's in here, because you can't get your car low. It'll be crooked. You know, the bass end will be just slightly higher. I learned that the hard way. I had to take this off and pull out like a little shock bushing in here. The ass end squatted the way I like it, all the way around level. It was great. That's if you get universal airbags. Remember that. Take out this bushing in here if you install it yourself. If you take it to a place, they'll probably know to take that stopper out. But I heard that from the mouths of the guys who made these bags. Now I'm gonna take this one back off so I can push this down to get the bag in. Okay, I got a little bit more leeway. Yeah. I gotta get this thing lower. Shit. Alright, it's a little hard to do it with this thing torqued down, but I got it nudged in there, so I'm just gonna make my way to do it. Alright, got it. Using my own body weight. And now I'm gonna tighten this right here for the bag. Make sure it seats right. Done. I'm gonna leave this one off now. I'm gonna put the strut back in. I compress this with my own weight. I'm gonna jam it in there really quick. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the bottom in first in this little hole pocket, and then let the shock raise up and guide it into that hole. Tell you when to push pause. Okay, I'm gonna stick it in here really fast. Oh, it didn't work. Push pause. You gotta be quick at this. There we go, and guide it in there. Boom, done.
I think I did it too fast. Let's
There's that's in. You want to compress it, put it in the bottom, put it in the top, and just let it rise up into there. Now I'm going to put this one on. This kit is going to save me some money on tire tread. 9 months ago, I spent $550 on tires. 9 months later, I had to buy 2 rear tires for 350 bucks. I had negative camber. So this is going to be fixed by the these two arms, adjustable arms, with alignment shop. I'm gonna tighten this bushing with the load on it too, just cause. Now I'm gonna do these ones. Just start them by hand, it's pretty easy. Get as much as you can in there, of course. Done. All right, it's all together now and torqued. I'm gonna put the wheel on and let it down real easy so this seat's good. All right, I let it down. The camera looks a lot better, but I gotta roll on it a little bit to actually let it seat where it's at. The bag's all the way aired out, so. But the camber is definitely noticeably better. It's leaning still, but it's all the way out. I'll know it tomorrow in the morning when I drive it. All right, here's the camera with it raised up a bit. It's a lot better. So now it's time to take it to the alignment shop and let them handle it. And I just want to say, you might not need to get those arms, those TruHarts, or there's Godspeed. There's all kinds. iBox has some. But these bushings, you might just need these for a slight camera problem, negative. Or positive. It's whatever side that you put these on. I didn't need it. I felt like the arms would be more of adjustment for what I needed with the 22-inch wheels. And the camber is a lot better. This isn't my ride height, but it's something that I would roll on. It's pretty good. It's a lot better than what it was, boy. But I can't wait to get in alignment this week. And then I also gonna do this. Next week I'm taking a week off work. I'm gonna have this window taken out and I fix this damn rust. We'll do some body work on it and lightly paint that silver on the inside, but I gotta get this window pulled out. I'm gonna have someone pay. I'm gonna pay someone to have do it. Have it done. But yeah, that nasty ass rust. It's only on this side. It's gonna create a problem in another year or so, so I'm gonna get rid of it. Took a week off work. What, January 15th or 16th, 2020? Here's the part number for this, for the TruHarts. There's Godspeed, there's all kinds of different ones. But I chose these ones. I just like these. They're a little bit more expensive than the normal ones. I felt like if I'm paying more, I should be getting more. In this case. There you go.